Welcome to the Yukon and North 61. Going to try sighting in my 375. Also, this is, I did a video a while ago about how many guns, how many golf clubs. How many guns is too many guns? I got too many. I'm going to do a big gun cull. I'm going to keep this guy. This is original 94 format. Really, really handy. Super nice to just carry around. And in 375 Winchester, that's a really useful power upgrade. So today I'm going to see how the 220 grains are shooting at 100 yards. That 200 grain factory ammo is unbelievable. I'm shooting, just over an inch groups with it. That's 2-3 shot groups. So I'm starting to get some data. So now that's at about 2067, that 200 factory stuff. This is near 2300. So this is a maximum load, near maximum load of 1680. I'll see how these 200 Sierras work at 2300 feet per second. Okay, so here's the 220 in a days. That's the first 3 shots. Then I centered it a bit better. That's the second 3 shots. That's the 200 grain factory loads. That's 1 3/4 inches. The 220s are into about 2 3/4, 3 inches, as is the 200 Sierras. But look how much higher the 200 Sierras print when you get them up to 2300 feet per second. So when you speed them up 230 feet per second, they really, and the 255s would be a foot low. So this is down about 48 clicks from the 255 0. And I can still move it just a little bit to the left, but those 200 factories, man, oh man, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm shooting 6 o'clock hold. So that sight is about there. So that's about right for the 220 grain. And I can load that up a little, that 220. I can probably hit 2250 with it. That's quite a bit of power. That's getting, not that far away from the 348 Winchester. This 375 was underloaded by the factory. But boy, they sure got accurate ammo. But I mean, that's one of the problems, is that the different bullets really shoot differently. So that 220 and 200, that's about as good as I can ever expect. So we'll try shooting some of these orange targets with the 200 grain factory. That's fun. A lot of fun. That's a nice little gun.
Okay.
Did I get it? You keep in the 1600 feet per second, which is really good for expansion, up to about 175 yards. How does that compare? If you go with a 255, you only are keeping over 1600 to about 100 yards. Although you're getting 1500 to 150, which is probably that pure lead would probably open up on that Barnes original. 444 Marlin, if you look at a 265 Hornady flat nose, you got a little less sectional density. The 220 is at 223, and the 375, the 265 is only at 205 sectional density. And you get a little less ballistic coefficient with the flat nose. And you keep to 1600 at about 150. So you're at 1,536 foot-pounds, where you're at 1,385 foot-pounds at 150 with the 375. So it starts to catch up, this 375, and by 250, they're within 50 foot-pounds of one another. You can shoot FTX bullets in this 444, but FTX bullets are kind of frangible. And if you take a look at the 450 Bushmaster, 275 grain TSX is my favorite bullet. Get that going at 2050, you're in the same ballpark, 150 yard shots, maybe, for expansion. So all of these 444, 450, 375, very, very similar ballistically. They're all around 1,000 foot-pounds at 250 yards. 1,500 foot-pounds at 150 yards, a little less with the 375, but it's in the same ballpark, eh? Same ballpark, and because of that little bit better sectional density, you get a little bit better retention of that energy at long range. Interesting. And of course, nothing is handier than the traditional 94, which is why I really like that 375 big bore, because that's a very traditional lever gun. Really good fighting carbine.